Alrighty, now that you've logged into Moodle, now what? Let's take a look around the screen. I'll show you a couple of features. Let's go back to screen share. So I have this class set up in something that's called the tiles format. I like it a lot because it's a really condensed way of organizing the page. You can give me feedback and let me know what you think about it after you've used it for a while. In my classes, I tend to have it organized like this. On the left-hand side, there are some useful resources. So these are going to be the quick links that just so you can log in and click off and get to these things. GCF Learn is a website we use for the Intro to Internet class. The Discord servers where we chat. There's a Zoom room link to the Zoom room where I'm recording this. And there's a link back to the Moodle dashboard, which we'll get to in a second. I'll show you the dashboard in just a minute. There's an online user block. So it's always kind of nice. Like, one of the problems with an online class is sometimes you feel like you're the only one there. And so it is kind of nice to see who else might be on at the same time. And then this should be a big red button, like it should be a circle / button. I don't really have a way to turn it off. Don't click that button. If you unenroll yourself from the class, you might lose all your work. Like, we can put you back in, but I don't know that we can, that it will save all of your work that you've turned in. So don't click the button. I don't know why I can't turn it off. Anyhow, let me give you an overview of the class. So up at the very top, there will tend to be an announcement. Like, I try to put up a new announcement every week. And it's just an overview, like, hey guys, here's what we're doing this week, okay? So that's what you'll see right here at the very top. There will be lots more blocks that open up. Like, every week, a new block, a new tile will open up down below here. And so week 1's not open yet because we haven't started class yet. This is just an introduction. But let me show you overall how the blocks work, because there's some really nice features. So I'm going to click on important documents. This is the folder where you're going to find all the good stuff, like the rules of the road for the class, or things that are really helpful. So the syllabus is here. The tech support cheat sheet, which I haven't showed you yet, is one of my favorite things. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. This actually really does work. Like, I'm telling you, as a techie person, this is what I do. And I'll kind of give you a spoiler alert. So if you don't want to hear this, like, shut the video off or fast forward it for 5 seconds. But this block right here, that's the keys to the kingdom. I can find out almost anything I need to know by doing what's in this block right here. That's all I'm going to say. But the rest of it applies too. So over here, the syllabus, you'll see up, and almost always when I give you a resource like this, it doesn't always display fantastic within a window, but if you go, like, if you come down to the bottom, well, down at the bottom, I should say, there's an alternative link. What that will do is that'll open this up in its own window, and then that way you can read the whole thing. So that's the syllabus for the class. I don't know, well, we talked about this in another video, but the syllabus is your contract. So you should actually read the whole thing and know what it says. An important item here is the gradebook. Everybody wants to know about grades, right? So I don't use the Moodle gradebook. I use something, it's a much simpler format. It's easy for me to update. It's easy for you to see. And it's just a Google spreadsheet. And you look for the last 4 digits of your ID. And here's the running total currently where we're at. There's only a couple of assignments out. And you can go down and see. Now, if I haven't actually assigned points, but I've seen it, I'll try to put something like, see how it says logged in? I don't have anything that says submitted there right now. So I try to actually do one of those 2 things. I'll either say submitted or completed or something so that I've seen it. But here's a critical bit of information. You see this last updated segment right here? All right. If you submitted something after that date, it's not going to show up here. Like, it just doesn't automatically show up on the spreadsheet. I have to put it there. And so every time I go in and I update something, I change that date. So if you've updated it, like if you submitted it, don't panic if you don't see it here, okay? It's okay to poke me and say, hey, did you get this? Like, I'm fine with that. But you don't need to panic if it's not there. I try to update at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. So usually on Sunday, I'll update things, Sunday or Monday. Once we get a whole bunch of assignments though, like you can go down here and you can scroll to the right. Well, there's no right scroll because it's all closed right now, but you could scroll to the right, but that's a little awkward. Again, if you click on direct link, what it's going to do is pull this up in a bigger window that's much easier for you to manipulate. So I strongly, highly recommend, I always try to put a direct link there. Now I'm going to show you something else in this block. Did you notice this progress bar up here? There's a couple of ways to get things checked off in this class. So this particular one, you can check it off. If you hover over the little check mark, click the toggle. You may have already read the syllabus, so just check it off. Look what happens up here. It says progress, one of two things. Over here, I already looked at that, check it off. So that's one way. One way is that you just check off that you did it. Okay, it's kind of on the honor system. You don't get points for checking things off. This is mostly to help you keep track of what you're doing. So let me show you the help desk block, because this is really helpful. All the videos that are about course setup and stuff go here, so you can always review those. The contact information for me to get a hold of me is all here, okay? And notice, did you notice that checked off by itself? I have that set up so that even if you just look at it, it'll check off, okay? So you can't check that off unless you actually open the resource. So that's the second way to get something checked off. The first way is you check it off yourself, or you can uncheck it. It goes both ways. The second way is if you open the resource, you check it off. And the third way is if I submit a grade. So there's nothing in here graded, so I can't show you that. But if there's an assignment and I submit a grade, it'll show it as checked off. So those are the three ways that you can get something checked off. Watch how it displays the videos. So these are the videos I've already sent out. It's a nice, beautiful display on the videos. But again, there's always the alternative link. So if for whatever reason it's acting a little weird, or you're looking at it on your phone or something, it's not displaying nicely, then go right ahead and do that. And that's when you can check off. Oh, wait, it says criteria. So I actually need to go look and see what needs to be done to check that off. So the syllabus overview, how to use Discord. Again, like all the videos that I put together for how to use everything will be here. There's a thing about the textbook. There is a frequently asked questions page. This page actually comes directly from you guys. When you submit a question, especially if it's one that I think a lot of students will want to know about, I will add it to the frequently asked questions. And you can just scan down here. If it gets really long, I'll put a table of contents up at the top to make it easy to scan down. But if you have questions, ask me. And that's one, if you view it, it checks off. So let's look at the progress up here. It says progress, 2 out of 6 items. All right. This last block that I'll show you is technology news. I have this in all my classes because there's so many things that happen in the world of technology, and it's so interesting. And the internet is just like, there's really no excuse not to know something, right? Anything you want to know, you can find out. These are some really good resources for just finding out what's new. And I'm really curious, like, what catches your attention? So these are set so that it'll that you can check it off if you want, you know. But MIT Tech Review, whoops, I got my browser. This is a good opportunity. So I have this set up to pop up in a new window, right? I have to, in this browser, change my preferences to allow pop-ups for boss at vvc.edu. And once I do that, it opens up. This is a fantastic, I love MIT Tech Review. I'm gonna test it now and open a second link and see if it remembered that allow pop-ups. Boom, there it goes. So it allows pop-ups. So if you get some block message, you probably have to change that setting, okay? So I'm gonna show you one more thing. This gives you overall progress. So this will show you out of 16 items that are possible to check off, we checked off 4 of them. You know, I don't know about you. I just like something to touch base every once in a while. Anyhow, I'm going to show you one last thing, because when you log in, well, first of all, you can just bookmark this site, okay? And just go there directly. And when you go there, it'll ask you to log in and it will drop you right in the site. The specific link is at the top of the syllabus. And so different classes have different links, right? So look at the top of your syllabus. And like I said, you can bookmark that link. However, normally when you log in, it will drop you directly to what's called this dashboard. The dashboard's super useful, okay? Because you log in and boom, there's your class right there, all right? And depending on what's on this page, you might see some other things, upcoming events. I'm not sure I'll use the calendar here. If I have time, I'll set up things on a calendar. But when I post an assignment, if there's a due date, I believe that it will show up on the calendar, and it can give you, it's just a good reminder of things. You can customize the page to some extent by moving things around. You notice how when I opened the page, this came to the side. So if there's a sidebar and the page is too narrow, they just go down below. Anyhow, there's lots of good, so I'm going to say stop customizing this page. There's lots of features you can use here, but mostly it's a quick link to the class. There's this funny little icon here. You guys know what that's called? That actually has a name, because you see it everywhere on websites, right? I didn't even know it had a name, but it does. It's called the hamburger icon. Yeah, I know. I didn't name it. It's just what it's called. So the hamburger icon is fun to play with, because if you like more screen space, you can toggle it back and forth. So if you don't see something, but you see that icon, click it and see what comes up. I'll go back to the class and we'll finish it off there. Again, just a reminder, always log out by coming up here, and you can log out. This gives you some features here. You can change your profile, look at different things. Remember, we're not really using the Gradebook in Moodle. That's not going to do you much good, but it'll let you set your preferences. Where you really want to go for grades is this link right here, and I keep that pretty updated. So I hope that gives you a quick tour of our Moodle website. I'm sure you'll have more questions. Don't hesitate to contact me in Discord or send me a message, text me, however you want to contact me. You can click that contact me link. That'll give you all my information. And I'm looking forward to seeing you online.